assistant agents, and it's about the qualifications. It's now, well over a year. So we're looking at like 15 months since the qualifications order changed for real estate in New South Wales. Along with that came a change in the actual qualification. So it wasn't just how you had to do it, how you had to have a license within 4 years if you're a certificate of registration holder, and how you had to do 3 units of competency every year. The actual qualification changed. You say for a real estate agent, it used to be the certificate for in property services, real estate, or business broking, or stock and station. It's now, for those 3 categories or conditions, it's now the certificate for in real estate practice. So a different qualification, different units, different assessment criteria. That's the biggie there. It's the different assessment criteria. And for us as a registered training organisation, that makes a difference in how we offer our training and how that all needs to be assessed. So, that's great. We're all over that. But it's 15 months in. There are plenty of assistant agents who started the process way back when. So probably when they did their first 4 units of competency out of the old qualification, so the Cert 4 in property services real estate, and they've held that certificate of registration. And now last year you should have done 3 units towards your new qualification. Now that could have been the old qualification, or it could have been the new qualification. So, but the big issue now is that old qualification, it dies later this year, which means we as a registered training organisation and any other training organisation around Australia cannot issue that qualification if you don't get it finished in the next couple of months or the next few months. So what you need to do is, if you are working on that, you need to contact us. If you are halfway through, if you're a little way through, we either get you finished on the current qualification whilst we can still issue it. Fair Trading is still accepting it as a licensed qualification, so long you've done a bit of it before March last year. And obviously that's easy to prove when you've got your certificate pre then. Or you may well need, if you're not very far through it, we're going to need to transition you to the new qualification. So there's a discussion. Every single person's going to be dealt with differently depending on where you're at, what you've done, what recognition of prior learning or current competence we can recognise you for, and get you across that table. So guys, there's only a few months left. We're going to start contacting all the people that have started with us over the last few years and are still sitting on that unfinished qualification, and letting you know formally that you need to get that finished in the next few months, or we're going to have to roll you onto the new one. That may or may not incur fees depending on where you're at in that process. So guys, you really need to get onto that. If you have assistant agents in your office, guys, you are not compliant. It is their CPD requirement that they do 3 units of competency towards their license every CPD year. It's not the 6 hours or the 9 hours that Class 1 and Class 2 agents have to do now, but it's the same CPD year in which an assistant agent has to do those 3 full units of competency towards their license, so much bigger than what a licensed agent has to do. So they need to get that off the table and move on to being a Class 2 agent. So guys, talk to us about that. Talk to us about the assistant agents in your office, or talk to us if you are an assistant agent. And let's get this finalised, packaged up, and move you on with your career. So, because it is it's the big step where you can actually go out and say, I am a licensed real estate agent, and get on with making the career and building your career around being licensed and being qualified and being experienced. So let's get that happening.